yeah, man. We make guitars, you know, we paint guitars and shit. So, like, painting guitars is just like, okay, what if you think about the number 4? What if you think about peace? What if you think about a certain space? What if you wipe it all out? Because it isn't right. And then you decide it is right. So what if you stick it out? Find that little bit of blue, you know? The funniest thing about painting guitars and it's funny. It's a funny thing. Is the canvas is so fucking expensive, right? Like it's $1,000 canvas. I mean, people come into the art store and they say, you know, oh man, I gotta find an economy canvas. They're gonna spend, you know, literally $19.99 on a few canvases. You know? Just a few canvases. Because they're so precious. Well, I mean, like, you know, guitars are way more precious than any other fucking, canvas you could possibly paint on, right? But if you're gonna be precious about it, you're gonna suck as a painter, you know? You have to be free enough to be in the same rock and roll vein that you want the guitar to be when you're done, you know? You want the guitar to be a rock and roll guitar, you know? So, like, you gotta have a certain piss-assness, you know? A piss-assness. I mean, I smear it right now. I don't often do that. I do that for this purpose of the video. But, you know, the concept is the same. I mean, you know, to be in the guitar, you know, like in the guitar, like get into, you know, the guitar, like, well, you know, I'm not, you know, like if you fuss, you know, a bit too much, then, I mean, it ain't rock and roll, you know? I mean, rock and roll is like, you know, I mean, it's true I paint rock and roll guitars. I mean, I don't give a damn about doing swing guitars. I mean, you know, or jazz guitars. I mean, blues guitars, okay, fine. But these guitars should be, sexy, you know, like somebody on stage that struts. I mean, that's what rock and roll is. You strut, you know, on stage. I know, you know, oh, there, you know, like, I have a turkey that lives in my property. And the turkey comes around, and when it spreads its tail feathers out, and it just says, I'm turkey, and it goes, you know. But that turkey is like, look at me, you know. Well, that's rock and roll, man. I mean, when somebody whips out, they spent years learning how to play, you know, and writing songs and, like, you know, rewriting the songs, and somebody else tells them, oh, the song is bad or it's good or this, that, the other thing. And then they go and they play their songs in front of people, right? And those songs are like, you know, oh, shit, man. This is my hope, my dream. Like, I'm a boxer. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm like Rocky, man. I'm gonna go fucking escape Philadelphia and end up in, you know, some rich jet like Keith Richards or some shit, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. Well, rock and roll is about fucking terrifying acknowledgement of, you know, if you don't succeed, you're stuck in a tenement, man. You're married to some fat ass woman that can't cook, and you know, you're just like, you know, living the life in a soap opera kind of a fucking thing. Rock and roll is a way to get the fuck out of that. You know, so you gotta practice and play and get good, you know, because you can't get good if you don't practice and play. Right? So I don't know, man. Just wishing, you know, like wishing. In Africa, there's these sculptures where they pound nails into the figures, and they say prayers while they pound the nails, you know. And so when you see the figure as an anthropologist, like a gajillion years later, it looks like, why are all these nails in it? Oh, they must have been so anxiety ridden. No, 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 they're not anxiety ridden. They're putting prayers into the object, you know. And when I paint guitars, I put stuff in there, you know. I put stuff in them. I put stuff in the guitars so that when somebody comes along and tries to get it out, they find it. All that shit deep inside, you know. I don't know. It's a funny thing to paint guitars because I'm not the one gonna play them. Somebody else is. And, you know, it's a funny thing to give to the player. You know, to give to the player what he can't do on his own. The guitar has to have a spirit that finds the player, you know. And the player has to find the guitar and say, oh shit, man, that's mine. You know, that's mine. They go through a lot of changes. I'll sand it. I'll deal with it. But this guitar will be played by someone who will, in time, personify this sound. It's, you know, to be inside a guitar. Inside the guitar. Yeah, it's a funny thing, when you're in the guitar because um, the players of the guitar are on it. That's not in it. I'm in this one. I'm saying, oh my golly, oh my golly, oh my golly, I'm in this one. I'm traveling down the Mississippi River, like, I gotta get out of here, I mean, it's a terrible, terrifying situation. I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. Right? I don't know. What's happening right now with this one, to be honest, it's, the gardens are blooming and I kind of despise summer and spring because they go so quick. Flowers are here and gone, like suddenly all these flowers, the little ones, they come and they last for a week or two and then they're gone and then the entire summer is gone. So it's kind of like, exuberance happens and leaves. It comes and it goes. And then it's winter time or fall or, some other struggle. But the blooming time, the blossoming of the garden, comes and goes very quickly, very quickly. Flowers come and they go. And in this case, this guitar is the garden, the blooming of a garden. I mean, I'm just beginning. It'll get a lot deeper. But what happens when exuberance, life is given free rein to just carry on? I don't know. We'll see. That's a good beginning. And this guitar is a I think it's a 2000s custom shop Kelly. I'm not sure exactly where, it was made, but it's a 12-pounder. It's pretty heavy, Strap it all up and it'll bend your shoulder. So if you want a nice motherfucker of a Telly, buy this one.